Hello, I'd like to introduce you to my capstone project for iTech 7500, Google Apps in the Classroom. My name is Alicia Henson. I am a student at Kennesaw State University, completing my Educational Specialist degree in Instructional Technology. First, I want to tell you a little bit about the school where I was going to complete my capstone project, the needs of the school, as well as some issues that are relatively significant to that school. The school is Sterling Elementary. It's located in a rural area on the outskirts of Brunswick, which is a coastal city in the beautiful Golden Isles of Georgia. Sterling Elementary was established in 2006, and the same principal has been the principal since its opening. It's a Title I school, and the latest CCRPI score was 75.6. The score is not something that Sterling is proud of, and they are continually working on figuring out ways to improve that. Our student population is made up of approximately 880 students. 95 of those students are served in the English Language Learners Program. We have approximately 92 others who are Hispanic or Latino, but those are not served in the ELL program. We have 483 white students, 224 African American students, 32 multiracial students, and 4 unreported race students. 74% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch. Sterling Elementary has seen significant, tremendous growth in the last several years. In 2011, the enrollment was 754. In 2014, it was up to 811. And in 2016, it was up again to 880. There are 60 teachers and approximately 40 support staff, with several paraprofessionals. We also had an additional resource teacher and several parapros hired during the year. As far as our families are concerned at Sterling Elementary, Brunswick is quite a transient area. One of our largest employees is FLETC, the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, and many of those employees do have children that attend Sterling Elementary. FLETC is a employer where many of the employees, it's sort of like a military job, and so those people don't stay there for a child's entire school career. We also have a very large population of migrant workers whose children also attend Sterling Elementary, and those families as well don't usually stay at one school through their entire education career. Technology at Sterling. Teachers until last year had laptops that they could use at home or at school. Changing that was a pretty significant change at Sterling, and it meant that all the teachers had a desktop to use at their desk, which was great, except that they meant they couldn't easily work on projects and documents at home as well as at school. Teachers are required to submit data reports and accountability reports for mastery of standards. That involves sharing information between teachers. So without with laptops or without, it required both teachers to work after school or to email each other as changes occur, or one person would be responsible for part and another person would be responsible for the rest. Basically, the main issue was that collaboration is very difficult among a staff that size, and some of them hardly see each other at all, even to know who they're working with. So, my capstone project plan, the objectives are to streamline collaboration among staff through the use of Google Docs, Slides, and other apps in Google Classroom. To increase student collaboration through the use of Google Classroom apps, teachers will be trained to facilitate activities in their classrooms so that students learn to use Google Docs, Google Slides, as well as other relevant apps to collaborate on projects. To enhance productivity and efficiency of data collection by the school-wide use of Google Apps. Teachers and administrators will learn to use Google Sheets to create spreadsheets, to collaborate, and to share data. And they'll learn to use Google Forms to create surveys and to accurately report mastery of standards. Google Forms and Google Sheets can be connected so that when you answer a question on Google Forms, the information is automatically transferred into a spreadsheet on Google Sheets. The plan is that I would become a site expert, an in-house expert, if you will, on Google Classroom. I would do that through webinars, exploring the Google websites, and just good old-fashioned practice. Gathering information is always important. And the way we determine to figure out what the needs of our school is would be through interviews with teachers and administrators, and also through anonymous surveys. In interviews, some teachers will tell us exactly what they want or need, but we thought by combining that with anonymous surveys, we'd be able to find out the things that the teachers probably need or want, but are a little hesitant to say with their name attached. Professional development is a big part of this capstone project. I would start with piloting Google Classroom in my classroom, and basically my classroom would serve as a model example for all the teachers. Also, to create a slideshow with tutorial videos to show different features and apps. And at the first professional development, we would show the video, and then it'd be available anytime to watch. Continuing education, professional development courses will be administered through the next school year, both for entire staff and for small groups based on needs. This project needs to be more than a year long and probably ongoing for a while, and so the professional development will go along with that as needed. Templates for educational uses will be created and can be requested to guide teachers as they use Google Classroom. Surveys, lunch counts, school picture tallies, these are all examples of quick little ways that Google can just be inserted into what you're doing every day to make it go a little more quickly and more efficiently. And classroom modeling will take place to share ideas and model use. I might go to their classroom to show them a lesson. I may have them come to watch me as I am executing a lesson with my students who maybe are more experienced, and they can actually see how the students interact with Google. For evaluation plan, as I said, this project is going to last at least a year and a half. Because of that, our evaluation has to be ongoing, and we'll have to have many evaluations. I'm saying many, M-A-N-Y-M-I-N-I evaluations, because I need to know where to go next, what's most important. We'll do surveys, monthly email questions, forms, interviews, as well as classroom observations. Through doing that, the thought is we'll be able to develop our plan as we go based on the needs that the teachers are showing. Also, as you know, Google is changing every day. It's actually changed since I started this project, and they're adding features. So we're just going to continue to communicate with the staff to find out what else we need. Where do we need to go from here? Feedback response. Technology, this is what I was telling you about. Feedback response, the committee will review the responses and just figure out the most relevant training to be offered. Also, we're going to do some teacher spotlights where they'll be given an opportunity to describe in detail how they're using Google Classroom. My experience and results, the faculty reaction. Administrators were very supportive from the very beginning. They even suggested the topic. Most teachers were eager to learn more, and many stated they wanted to use it in their classrooms and for collaboration with other teachers. There were a few who were resistant, but they were willing, since it is required, to use it for collaboration with other teachers. After a quick video and tutorial each teacher set up their classes in Google Classroom. This generated excitement among the staff, and several signed up for the first workshop, which was to be on Google Docs. 14 of the 18 teachers from grades 3 to 5 came to the first Google Docs workshop and generated many ideas for classroom use. Student reports and grade-level newsletters were the ideas that most wanted to try. As they began to implement these, they shared them through email, and more teachers wanted to learn, and eventually we held 3 workshops covering almost all of our teachers. A visitor came to discuss using Google Forms with Reader's Workshop conferencing. Once that was complete, the math teachers collaborated to complete Google Forms with Google Sheets to keep up with mastery of math standards. The cafeteria has started using Sheets for the lunch count. Teachers log in, enter the lunch count, and they're done. Everyone believes this was a wonderful change. For the upper grade PBIS field trip, the PBIS committee developed a spreadsheet using Sheets. Each teacher entered information as it was received, and they claimed that this has been the most easily organized field trip yet. This was quite an accomplishment, as it involved T-shirts for everyone, noting whether or not they could swim, if their parents were going, and if they had paid, if they earned the trip. It was a super involved spreadsheet, but the implementation was so easy. You can only imagine getting 400 kids to a water park was not an easy task, but Sheets made it easier, and the faculty is definitely sold. This was a very successful implementation that will continue through the next year. Over the next year, the plan is to implement many other aspects of Google Classroom, including some flipped classrooms, collaboration with schools across the country, and other things we've yet to discover. Reflection. This project was definitely one of the most rewarding and interesting experiences I've completed during the program. It covered so many of the standards, and it helped me to really see what the job of the technology coach involves. I had to learn how to help teachers see the benefits of buying into the program. I also learned some creative ways to sway people to believe that this was a better way of doing things. I learned to understand that there are some people who aren't going to change their opinions no matter what you do, and that it is a reality that's not easy to accept. This met and showed mastery of many of the standards. If I changed one thing to improve this, I'd spread it over longer before the course ended. I'm going to continue it through the next school year. I believe I could be better if I still had the support of Kennesaw State during the implementation of this project. But overall, I feel like it was a great success. Thanks for listening.